A couple weeks ago, I went on a quest for the truth. Live on the internet, I investigated 311. Tonight, I'm going to bring to you the truth as to what really happened on 311.
I started my research as anybody would, on the internet. After sifting through hundreds of web pages of 311 propaganda, I finally stumbled upon a source of absolute truth and knowledge: Wikipedia. In the depths of Wikipedia's article on March 11th, there was a list of births on that date belonging to really important people that I have never heard of and don't really care about, except at the very end of that list was a name that seemed quite familiar to me: Forward Bias, Protogen Content Creator. Finally, someone who could give me definitive answers about 311. I knew him personally, so I was able to quickly organize an interview with him.
Where were you on March 11th? Yes, let's really get to the heart of this. Where were you? What were you doing?
Well, I mean,
I want explanations. I want answers. I want answers.
You want answers?
Yes.
Which March 11th? Well,
Let's go with the one that happened this past
TV.
July. What were you doing on that one?
Okay, March 11th, last July. Well, aside from totaling my car, I was listening to the radio.
Oh.
There's a pretty, some pretty good bangers are happening that day.
What kind of stuff are you listening to?
Well, usually I listen to 0.1 FM. It was pretty cool.
Oh, it's a good radio station.
Yeah, one of my favorite band actually popped on that day. It was 311.
311?
I think their new single
came
out.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's a band called 311?
Interesting. A band named 311. There was so much more to this than I had thought. Delving back into the internet, I was surprised to learn that 311 was a band that had existed for quite a while. One of their best albums was also titled 311. A band called 311 with an album called 311? Coincidence? I think not. Looking at the album art for 311, I noticed something odd about the borders of the album. The album was also known as the Blue Album, but clearly parts of it were indigo instead. To analyze the image, I opened it in my advanced professional multi-million-dollar image analysis program, Microsoft Photos. I tried increasing the contrast and brightness of the image, but alas, it was to no avail. Stumped, I broke out Python to do an even deeper analysis. Upon printing the binary values of the pixels, I noticed something odd about the red values. They were all odd numbers. Surely if this were a normal image, there must at least be some even numbers in there. So I wrote a script that turned all the odd values black and the even values white to see if there were any even values in the image. And the result was surprising. Pissed that Forward Bias was lying to my face, I organized another interview to get to the truth. No more softball questions.
Forward Bias, you know what I found? You want to know what I found, Forward Bias? I did a little bit of investigating on my own about 311, and I found in the album art for the album 311, on the album called 311, there's a little copyright symbol with your name on it.
Yeah, I guess I have worked on some of their stuff a little bit. I don't know, there's this like weird dude that was kind of like in charge of the production. He was like at the end for like all the mixing and mastering, but he's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Kind of off. Little weird fella.
Huh.
But I don't know, everybody thought he was weird. I mean, there were even rumors spreading around that like he would like try and like slip stuff into the, put his own things into the music that some of the other band members didn't really like. He sounded, it made the mix sound kind of strange like shit sometimes.
Interesting. Hidden messages in songs seem too wild to be true. Moments after I finished talking to Forward Bias, he sent me a message saying, "You might find this helpful." Attached was a small 24-second audio clip. It sounded a lot like the alternative rock styles of 311. The first question that came to mind, just like it did to yours, was, what does the spectrogram of this audio look like? For those of you who don't know, a spectrogram shows an image of the frequencies in the music. As you go further along in the song, you move right along the spectrogram. The higher in the spectrogram you are, the higher the frequency. Bright yellow areas mean that there's a lot of those frequencies at that point in time in the music. Dark areas mean those frequencies were not doing anything then. Usually songs are really bright in lower frequencies due to the bass, and darker in high frequencies. However, the higher frequencies were abnormally bright in this song. Frequencies that high are near impossible to hear. So, I was able to do some math to move those higher frequencies down to a much lower frequency. When I played the result, the following happened.
Actually, I don't know if I should be streaming
US
this.
Defense Project 311. Unauthorized personnel are not permitted to access
Yeah, I'm
this
not permitted to
recording.
access this.
Project 311 is designed to allow for the
Oh, shit.
communication of confidential government
Oh fuck,
information.
someone's knocking
through
at the door.
stenography.
Hold on. Oh,
After that knock on the door, I don't remember what happened. I just remember waking up the next day. When I went to my computer, all of the files from my investigation were wiped. When I tried to rerun the code I had, there was nothing in the audio file, just static. The only proof that I had of what happened was the VOD from Twitch. Don't believe the lies. 311 really happened.